Shubhodayam. Welcome all to this yet another session of this 7th batch of certificate course on Sanatan Dharma organized by Veda Samskruti Samiti in association with Vishwa Yoga Vidyapith. So today will be the first class on Samskrutam language by Dr. Akala Hemakant Prabhakar Rao garu, who is the president of VSS and the patron of this entire gamut that we are organizing. He is the chief patron. So we start with Vande Mataram. I'll do the start and Venkatnarayana garu will be doing the Pradhana. Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram.
Kindly mute yourself, Venkatnarayana garu. I am doing the Vande Mataram. You will be doing the Pradhana.
Paranthaman garu, please mute, not me. Paranthaman garu.
Oh, sorry. Okay. You have to mute him immediately.
Please go ahead.
Vande Mataram Sujalam Sufalam Malayaj Sitalam Sasya Syamalam Mataram Vande Mataram Subrajosna Pulakitayaminim Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhinim Suhasinim Sumadhura Bhashinim Sukhadam Varadam Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram. Now I request Venkatnarayana garu to do the Pradhana, please.
Meditation for a minute, please. Three times Omkaram. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavina Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashunvannotibhis Siddhasadanam Om Shri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinama Vichravatu Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha Gurureva Gatir Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Naguro Paramam Shishurasmi Guroho Matirasti Gurau Mam Pahi Guro Jnananandamayan Devan Nirmala Sphatikakritim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Upasmahe Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
ధన్యవాదాలండి వెంకటనారాయణ గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ ఫర్ ది ప్రార్థన. Our speaker today, Prabhakar Rao garu, is yet to come. What we do is that
Please introduce him.
okay, I'll do that. Thank you. In the can you please contact him?
Is he joining?
Yeah, okay. Thank you. So I'll give a brief introduction of Prabhakar Rao garu, today's speaker. As I said, Akala Hemakanta Prabhakar Rao garu, he is the president of Veda Samskruti Samiti, and in the inaugural session you might have heard about him. Apart from that, there is a brief introduction I'll give about him. Sri Akala Hemakant Prabhakar Rao garu did his BSc, BE, and then Kovida Samskrutam from Samskruta Bharati. He is the founder and president of Veda Samskruti Samiti, VSS. He started it and he is the senior faculty in the Veda Samskruti Samiti and organized more than 300 webinars on the topics on Sanatan Dharma and Vedic sciences. He organized certificate courses on Sanatan Dharma and Vedic sciences at various levels. He is senior faculty at VSS and organized workshops, seminars, book review functions, and other dharmic related activities for the past 10 years. He is a Shikshaka in Samskruta Bharati, coaching students, appearing for examinations being conducted by Samskruta Bharati. He is a Karyakarta at Samskruta Bharati. He served in the senior executive level in the corporate sector for about 40 years before he started this new venture of Veda Samskruti Samiti to propagate the lost or the traditions that we are forgotten or not able to understand what they are, the Sanatan Dharma. So, because of his untiring efforts, today we are here talking about or participating in this course on Sanatan Dharma. As you all know, we have already completed 6 batches of the basic level and 2 advanced level batches. So now Akal Prabhakar Rao garu has joined us. Welcome you, sir, Prabhakar Rao garu. So now you can continue with the class. So I again welcome Prabhakar Rao garu to start the session, please. Thank you.
Yeah. First Jnanam. Unkaram Trivaram. Om. 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 Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Sisivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Jayet Sarvavignopasantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varde Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrichorma Amritangamaya Om Shanti 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 Matrudevo Bhava Pitrudevo Bhava Acharya Devo Bhava Atithi Devo Bhava Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Harihi Om Patami Samskrutam Nityam Vadami Samskrutam Sada Jhayami Samskrutam Samyak Vande Samskrutamataram Sanskrutasya Prasaraya Naijam Sarvam Dadamyam Sanskrutasya Sada Bhakto Vande Samskrutamataram Sanskrutasya Krute Jivan Sanskrutasya Krute Jan Atma Namahutam Manye Vande Samskrutamataram Vande Samskrutamataram Vande Samskrutamataram. Harihi Om. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay, in the meantime, people who have not put the PIN numbers, please put your PIN numbers. Padmaja and Sharda. Turaga. Sharda Turaga. Pankaj Kumar. Please put your PIN numbers. Please don't let me remind you every day.
Yes. Good morning.
Yep. If you have any question, you can ask at the end, not now. Okay.
Hari Om.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sarvebhya Dasra Subhashayaha. Best wishes to all of you on the pious occasion of Dasara, Navaratris. And let us start our Sanskrit lessons today on an auspicious day. Good. Need to learn Sanskritam. First subject. Are you seeing this file, please? Everybody seeing the file?
Yeah, it's being seen.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
So they need need to learn Sanskritam. Do we have any
Yes, sir.
doubts on this? Why should we learn Sanskrit? Anybody is having doubt? I hope everybody knows about the nowadays. Now people are trying to know what is the requirement of Sanskritam. Otherwise, I will tell you once again. What are our granthas? Our granthas are Vedas. When Vedas have been recognized by the Rishis or perceived by the Rishis, people say Rigveda has come 10,000 years back, present historians, but we believe, traditional Bharatiyas believe that the Srishti cycle is continue eternal, and the Vedas are always there in the universe in the form of Shabda, sound, and that sound, every yuga, the Rishis will perceive them and give to the society, human beings. So, while the Brahma started the Srishti, as per the Srishti, as per the Surya Siddhanta, written by Aryabhat, it is estimated that, or it is established that, or it is being written there in Surya Siddhanta, that in the beginning of the Kalpa, Brahma started the Srishti. Along with Srishti, along with this creation, he asked the people on the earth to perceive the Shabda in the universe in the form of Vedas and learn how to live, how to have the happy living. So for that happy living, he has given some certain principles, some certain dictums. Those dictums are there available in the universe. I have given to you. Please take them and follow them. Then accordingly, you live happily. As per that, you do your rituals, you do your daily course, you have the principles of living life, happy, healthy life, and happy life, and all these things. How to earn your food, how to live with the available prakriti with you. All these things are being taught there. And for the maintaining the universe, you have to do certain things for getting rains timely, to work the seasons correctly. For these things, you have to do certain things, and those rules, those rituals, those yajnas have been already talked to you there in the Vedas. As per that, you have to live happily. So these Vedas were given to us, to the human beings, in the beginning of the Srishti. As per Surya Siddhanta, Srishti was supposed to be 14 Manvantras. Out of that, we are in 7th Manvantara. And the 14 Manvantras total time estimated was 40 to 400 crores of years. 400 crores of years. Out of 400 crores of years, out of 14 Manvantras, 14 Manvantras is equal to 1000 Mahayugas. Out of 1000 Mahayugas, 6 Manvantras are over now. And 7th Manvantara is going on now. Each Manvantara will have 71 Mahayugas. And 7th Manvantara, 28th Mahayuga is going on now. In that 28th Mahayuga, the Kruta Yugam, Treta Yugam, Dwapara Yugam completed, and Kali Yugam started after Mahabharata war, when Krishna Niryana happened. So that is the estimated thing, and as per this, till now, 185 crores and odd years have been passed. So in this Mahayuga, when Krutayuga started, when Vedas have been perceived by the Rishis, Sapta Rishis, and other Rishis, the Vedas were perceived in the beginning itself. That is 185 years, crores of years before. So that is the time of Vedas, as per our Siddhanta. So that is the time of the Vedas, in which language the Vedas were perceived. The Vedas were perceived in a Shabda Rupa in Sanskrit language. Since that is also already given by Devatas, that is called as Deva Bhasha. That has been perceived by the rishis and given to human beings, and it been taught in Guru Sishya Parampara, Guru to Sishya, Sishya to Sishya, Sishya to Sishya, like that. That Shabda is being maintained throughout till now without any change in the pronunciation, phonetics. So that order is going on now, even now. So by this, the Samskrutam, Vedas were in Sanskritam. Which language Vedas are there? Vedas in Sanskrit language only. The Vyakaranam and other things are slightly different from the normal usage of language. But the Sanskrit language is the language for the Vedas. So the Sanskritam is 185 years old, oldest language. It is the Matrubhasha for whole universe. For the whole universe, it is Matrubhasha, not only Bharatabarsha. Not only Bharatabarsha, the whole universe, all the five khandas, 5 continents, everywhere the Sanskritam was the main language. And from there, various local dialects have started coming out, and those languages have been taken the Sanskrita influence and modified themselves and come to a good language or speaking language by every country on the earth. So that's how the Sanskrit language was considered as the mother language for all the languages on the earth. Because Sanskrit language, by learning Sanskritam, by learning Vedas, people have modified, cultured their language, their behaviors, their living patterns, and they developed their science, they developed their utilities from this language only. So, in the process of that, various rishis have established various granthas, various manuscripts. That is also, all those things were in the oral fashion only. Till recently, we human beings started writing the language. And this language, basically Sanskritam, and that Sanskritam, that lipi was different. There various lipis were there till Devanagari lipi was established around 2500 years back or so. So, lipi wise, it is not very old, maybe 2500 or 3000 years like that. But language wise, as a bhasha, that is the mother language of all the bhashas, Greek, Latin, and all the various European languages, and Asian languages, and Indian languages. But mainly Indian languages, totally Sanskritam followed even today. Though the 2500 years back, Sanskritam was removed and the English language has been established and started progressing till that time, from that time onwards. When Greek and Latin has been established about some 3500 years back or so. From that time onwards, the English has started coming, and that English language also modified in various fashions. By now, we are having different languages of Indian language, Indian English, British English, American English, like that various Englishes are there in various dialects. Just like in our Telugu language, Visakhapatnam language pronunciation is different, East Godavari pronunciation is different, Nellore pronunciation is different, Krishna pronunciation is different, Telangana pronunciation is different. It has got the various influence of the local languages also. Like that, the local languages have got various forms, vikaras. But whereas Sanskritam even today is the same pronunciation, same thing. it is continuing even today because of its strict principles of language. It is a structured language, Samskrutam. Samskrutam means it has been properly designed and structured in a systematic and disciplined way with a mathematical calculation style. So that's why Sanskritam is a very cultured language which makes the person cultured. So what are the principles now? Why should we learn Sanskritam? Need to learn Sanskritam. The first one is that is Matrabhasha of the whole universe. Matrabhasha of all our Indian languages. That is second. Second one, the system of the life, how to live, Jnanam and Vijnanam, the knowledge of the universe, the knowledge of the subjects, various subjects which we need for living, how to build a house, how to eat food, how to keep your body healthy, what are the disciplined, when to wake up, when to sleep, all these healthy living habits, and how to do yajna kratus, and what is there in the universe, how many Suryas were there, how many Chandras were there, how many Grahas were there, how many stars were there, what are their qualities, what are their astrology and astronomy, these studies, and based on that, the various science subjects such as Ayurveda and Silpa Veda and Bharatanatyam and all these things, various colors, 64 colors, the various things, one by one, rishis have started recognizing them, perceiving them, and propagating them in the universe for the health of for the people, for the safe living, happy living, and comfortable living of the people. And that means science was there. In Sanskrit language, total science was there, since no other language was there earlier. People were living happily. And we are having the history right from the Manu, Swarajisha Manu to now Vaivasvata Manu. 7 Manus, the Rajas, we are the sons of Surya Deva. From Surya Deva, these Manus have come, and he is the first king. And from Manu, the Manavas have been born. That's why they are called Manavas. Manu's sons Manavas. So that's how the Manava name has come. Manu's son. So Manu's son is Ikshvaku. Ikshvaku's son, like that, the dynasty of Rajas were there, and they were ruling and guiding the people with the help of the Rishis. And all these people are taught in Sanskrit only. So, and all these Rajas, they got a very great name from the Ramayana, Mahabharata, Ramayana, Treta Yugam. And from there we find the stories of Krita Yuga, various stories which were there in Krita Yuga, and how the kings were ruling, and what type of principles they followed. Satyam Vada, Dharmanchara, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, Akshayma Divya, don't play dice, and Krishna Nas Dirpisham, they tilt the land, Kushaswa, and all these things are there. And similarly, all living beings should be happy, both people who have 2 legs and 4 legs, Sanno Astantipade Chatushpade, like that, all the living beings should live happily with cooperation, coordination between them. All these principles with everything follows time, rutam, dictums, all the rules and regulations for happy living, how a king should behave, how a mantri should behave, how a Senapati should behave, how a guru should behave, how a shishya should behave, how a father should behave, how a son is to behave, how a wife should behave. All these things, for this various dharma shastras have been written. Manu Dharma Shastram, Parasara Samskriti, Manusmriti, Parasara Smriti, various smritis were written depending on the requirement of the time. And they are being modified, and new rishis were coming, and new smritis were started coming. So there are dharma shastras were there, just like our constitution. The Vedas, from Vedas, rishis have created dharma shastras, such as Rishis have created dharma shastras, such as Manusmriti, Parasara Smriti, Apasamba Smriti, like that. Various smritis were there. And for doing rituals and other things, various sutras, Swarva Sutra, and other sutras were Guhya Sutra, for samskaras, for how to pray the gods, and how to make their get their blessings, how to fulfill our wishes. For all these things, there are different process of creating mantras. From mantras, they did the avahana to this suktams. Every suktam is containing one prayer to each god. Devas, other Indra Deva, Agni Deva, Vayu Deva, Ashtadikpalakas. Every Devata, there is Sukti in the Vedas. How to pray them, how to get the benefit from them, how to get blessings from them for happy living of our life. All these things were in Sanskritam. So people are following these things and making their life comfortable. That means science was developed long back. And there were universities till 1000 AD, 1100, even 1500 also, some Sanskrit universities were there. By name Nalanda, Takshashila, like that. Ujjaini, Kanchi, Navadvip, Benares. In Benares, there is another Dharmapita, and Kashmir Dharmapita. Like that, various pithas were there, various universities were there. Whole Bihar, nowadays you call Bihar, Viharas. Bihar means Viharas. Viharas means there are universities. Nalanda University was there. Even now it is being re-established in the Bihar. So like that, Takshasala was having a university, Ujjaini was having a university, and there was Telugu in Mahila University is also there for women. University for women was there in Madhya Pradesh. So it was the culture of our country having the various universities which were being taught in Sanskritam only. So that is the history of our Bharat Desha, which is having at least if you take the present Mahayuga, around say you remove 4 lakhs, around 39 lakhs of years have been passed. 16 lakhs of Krita Yuga and 12 lakhs of Treta Yuga and 8 lakhs of Dwapara Yuga passed with this language usage. And the various granthas have been written in between. So many granthas were written and that have been modified 2500 years back by various rishis. And they have written various granthas and they are all written in manuscripts again. That manuscripts writing has come. And the manuscripts were there and a few lakhs of manuscripts were there in our country, though they have been destroyed and burnt out and taken away. So many things. People say there are about 131 Veda Sakas are there in Germany, whereas we are having only 13 Veda Sakas in their country. Out of 1131 Sakas that are supposed to be there, Veda Sakas. Till the time of Adi Shankaracharya, the Veda Sakas were there, 1131 Sakas. 1131 Sakas means each Saka is having a family of gurus. And like that, 1131 Rishi Pitas were there, you can say. Veda Pathshalas were there, you can say. So out of 1131, now we are having only 13. Based on because of the various invasions and colonialisms, because of destructions by various people due to jealousy, whatever it is, due to political reasons, to influence their power, all those things. For those things, because of that, the culture, the granthas were being destroyed, burnt out, and then taken away. Some granthas were taken away, and people have learned from us till 1000 AD positively. Records are showing that all the science subjects which were taught through our granthas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Dharma Shastras, and various other Shastras, so Sutras, the Shastras, Sutras, and then I told Ramayana, Mahabharata, I told Bhagavad Gita, and other granthas like Vedangas. To understand Vedas, Vedangas are there. Vedangas, Darshanas, Upanishads. So many things were there. We will learn one by one also in the classes. We will have the brief idea of those things. So with all these things, the granthas have been developed. And for a period of time, the Buddha Matam and Jaina religion, Buddha religion, they all started, they are all created by various individuals who taken birth. And they are also written in Sanskritam only. Even Buddhism was written in Samskrutam. Jains Granthas were written in Samskrutam. But that's called, Lipi was different, Pali Lipi, they say. But all these things have been now in Sanskrit language, on Devanagari Lipi only. The Devanagari Lipi is adopted by most of our North Indian languages, but whereas Dravida Lipi was adopted by the South Indian languages, like Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, and Malayalam, to some extent, Orissa, and all other languages, and Bengali, all other languages basically Hindi-based and Devanagari-based language scripts only, to some extent. So there are about 14 languages are there recognized by the government, and there are thousands of languages are there all over the country now, including various dialects at different places. So with these things, the base language is Sanskritam only. That's what we have to establish. And the Granthas are also in Sanskritam only till the local language have established and developed their Granthas during this after Christ AD period, after 2000 years, 2000 only. Before that, all languages, all Granthas were in Sanskritam only. We have got translations, Bhashyas, and from those translations we are learning now because we don't know Sanskrit. So this is the history. Because of that, we have to learn Sanskrit. This is our culture. This is our mother language. That is the basic principle. Because of this colonialism, because of the Gurukula system of education has been shifted from Samskrita medium to English medium, we are not able to get jobs who study in Sanskrit medium. That is a basic mistake that was done by our governments also, even after independence. When independence was started, we immediately shifted to Sanskritam and taken the whole country into the whole Granthas or old Granthas, and then take the science, develop our science, start doing research in Sanskritam itself and find out the things. Even the science that is developed in the 18th century, 19th century, and 20th century in Western countries have the roots in our Sanskritam only. They have taken these books, they have learned here from our universities, they have taken our manuscripts. One thing you should understand, now even today, the Granthas were there in their libraries, manuscripts were there in their libraries, preserved much better than Indian preservation. Our Indian universities are not preserving properly our manuscripts, whereas the foreign universities are preserving our manuscripts very safely, very correctly, they are keeping them and they are studying them. In Germany, in all universities, Sanskritam is one of the main languages to be taught. 14 universities are teaching Sanskritam in Germany. And Germans claim that Sanskritam is their mother language. So, and if anybody knows the language, various languages, if you observe those languages, you find that roots of Sanskritam in every language. So this is our mother language, this is our pride, this is our culture, this is our treasure. The Sanskrit language and Sanskrit Granthas are our treasure. We should not lose our treasure, just like our house and car and buildings and sofas and all those things. Our Sanskrit language, our Sanskrit Granthas are our treasure. This is the knowledge. So we should not lose our knowledge. We have to protect that knowledge. So for that sake, we have to learn this. And if you learn, is it loss? To the extent of not getting job, is it maybe a loss. But to the extent of doing research, what is there in those Granthas, still research is to be done. The latest science of quantum physics, quantum entanglement has got many symbolisms or many roots in our Samskrita Granthas. That is being established. Papers are being written now. And if you take the atomic theory was there in 2500 years back, written by Darsana. Kanada Vaisheshik Darshana is complete with physics only. Kanada was the author of the Vaisheshik Darshana, and the whole physics was in Samskrutam. In those days, Padartha Jnanam. It's called Padartha Jnanam, Dravya Jnanam. That is there in Vaisheshika. So, the whole this need of Samskrutam is to preserve our culture, to preserve our present day. The present day need of the Samskrutam is whether you get a job or not, that is not the main criteria. The main criteria is to preserve our language, to build up our narrative for this country, to build up the Veda culture that was making the guidelines for the whole universe, and to understand the whole universe much better by reading Samskrutam, because each Samskrutam is capsules. It is thoroughly studied for millions of years, and then made this this is given by God to the extent, for example, to understand correctly. So he has given the whole knowledge in a form of capsules in a sutras, and those sutras will have different meanings when you are doing tapas and understanding them. So the more you dig into it, the more you get the knowledge. So that's the strength of this Vedic language and Vedic subjects. So more and more research is possible. More and more postulates can be created. You can understand, you can create more and more needs, benefits for the human society by doing research. So with that, we must learn Samskrutam, have confidence in me. So now let us come to the language portion. How to go about it? Samskritam is the oldest language of the universe. The language that are presently in the use have roots in Samskritam language. Vedas are the earliest scriptures of the world and are in Samskritam. And Samskritam language is Veda Bhasha, and Veda Bhasha is Daiva Bhasha. There are lakhs of granthas in Samskritam language within and outside India, which stand as pramanam, authority of culture, history, and Sanatana Dharma. One thing we should understand, if there is no strength in our language, if it is trash, it is not at all useful to the society. Why people should preserve in costly museums, wasting their space, time, money? Why they are doing it? Various countries. They can throw away in the Pacific Ocean, right? Why they are keeping in their costly libraries? And there is no strength. Do you keep trash in your cupboards? Nobody keeps, right? Even then they are preserving means what? Sanskritam is the base language for the whole universe. For understanding the dharma, for understanding the culture, history, everything. Every living old Veda and Sanskrit Pandits shall be approached and learn the language they stored in their mind and recorded for the advantage of future generations. Hence, protection, preservation of Sanskritam language and Veda Sanskritam are essential. Essential responsibilities of every person born on this land. Presently, Bharat. Whole universe they should learn, but at least Bharat, because all our languages are totally Sanskritam based. Even Telugu is 70% or 70 to 80% Telugu words only. Hindi is also 60 to 70% Telugu only. Nowadays, Urdu influence has come on, because of invasions, some Urdu influence has come on Hindi. Otherwise, Hindi is totally Sanskritam only. Even including Lipi. Hindi Lipi and Sanskritam Lipi both are same. The people who know Hindi Lipi, how to read and write Hindi, they are comfortable in reading, writing Sanskritam. They don't need to worry about it all. But who doesn't know Hindi in our group, please try to learn the alphabets, reading and writing immediately. Start doing that, because that is to practice over a period of time. So start doing that. I will start from alphabets only, but still you must practice if you don't know already Hindi. I don't think nowadays everybody is learning Hindi in schools. Even myself, I am almost 80 years old. I learned when I was in school. So from that time onwards, Hindi is being propagated. So everybody must be knowing Hindi in some fashion or another. Unless otherwise, you maybe Tamilian people may not be that conversant. I'm not sure. Every person born on this land should learn Sanskritam. With this basic belief and understanding, we shall learn basic concepts of Sanskritam language. To understand the Sanskrita Granthas, correct understanding of Sanatana Dharma is a must. If one views these Granthas with a Western lens, the correct philosophy of Sanatana Dharma will not be gained. Don't read English written authors' Granthas for your Grantha, for our scriptures. Their lens is different. They don't believe in our Karma Siddhanta. They don't believe in Atma. When they don't believe in Atma and Karma Siddhanta, the whole philosophy of Sanatana Dharma is not understood by them. So their philosophy is different. They view our Granthas in different lens. So we lose our strength and our knowledge on our culture if we follow the Western authors' translations on our Vedas or our scriptures, other scriptures. So Max Muller and all these people, though they have written these bhashyas for our all Vedas and scriptures, they have given a coating of enmity or a dvesha on our language instead of giving correct perspective of Jnana, of Atma and Paramatma, and whole total materialist thinking they have propagated instead of telling about the correct Jnana of Atma and Paramatma. So that Padartha Jnana and Paramartha Jnana, there are two sections in this. Padartha Jnana means science. Paramartha Jnana means Atma, Anatma, or Karma Siddhanta and Atma living, Atma status, Paramatma status. There are various Siddhantas, Advaita Siddhanta, Advaita Siddhanta, Vishishtha Advaita Siddhanta, developed over a period of time last 2000 years, from Shankaracharya onwards. So, if one views these Granthas with Western lens, the correct philosophy of Sanatana Dharma will not be gained. These Sanskrit Granthas are to be viewed and studied with a dharmic lens. This is the motto of the Sanatana Dharma course being conducted by our Veda Samskruti Samiti to create understanding of our Sanatana Dharma with Bharatiya lens. Okay? Origin. The creation of the universe is from Omkara, Om Shabda, one of the 5 elements of Antariksha, such as Prithvi, Apastejo, Bhumira, Akasha. These 5 elements are the basic science. The basics of science are Panchabhutas. The Panchabhutas are the basic science. The Panchabhutas are the sky and then ether. We say ether in English. Sky and then air and then fire and then water and then the land. These are the 5 elements. And these from whole science has taken birth from these 5 elements only. That's what our science says. Sanskritam says, Samskrita Grantha says. So Antariksha represents Paramatma, from which Omkar Sabda taken birth. From Damarunadam of Parameshwara, 14 Maheshwara Sutras generated. These follow from Maheshwara in Nirukta Shastra, one of the Nirukta Shastras, which tells about how the Sanskrit, how the Devanagari, not Devanagari, how the Veda Shabda has been generated. How the Veda Shabda, how to understand the Veda Shabdas. The Damarunada of Maheshwara has given 14 sutras. From those 14 sutras is about the last 2,500 years back, Panini, who was taken birth in present Pakistan, near Lahore. That Panini has written a Vyakaranam, has written a Vyakarana means, that doesn't mean Vyakarana was not there earlier. Vyakarana was there at the time of Ramayana also. Valmiki has also written Vyakarana. In fact, Vyakarana was first taught to Indra from Brahma. From Indra, it has come to various rishis, and then it has been used by Valmiki also. That's why Ramayana Grantha was written in good Vyakaranam. Very good Vyakaranam with Sarala language, with easy language, Ramayana was written. So that is the first kavyam, first book for us. So from that time on, Sanskritam is flourishing. So the Sanskritam, where from it has come? It is believed that the Sanskritam is originated from the Damaru Nada of Maheshwara. That's what Yaska's Nirukta Shastram proves. And this Nirukta Shastram gives The following shows is Shiva's Maheshwar Sutras in Devanagari script and their transliteration into the well-used translation scheme of the Indic characters by Latin scripts, ISO 15919 and ITrans. So these are the way we write this Samskrutam in various languages. In Hindi, we write, in Devanagari, we write like this. As per ISO, we write like this. As per ITrans, we write like this. So these are the 14 sutras. A, E, Un, R, L, R, K, E, Au, Ja, E, Vau, Ch, and Haya, Varat, Lak, Lan, Nanama, Gananama, and Javacha, Javaya, Gada, Dabha, Navata, Nasha, Jabadaga, Jabaga, Jabagada, Jabagadada, Sha, Kha, Cha, Ta, Tha, Chatatapa, Tava, Kapaya, Shasha, Sara, Allah. These 14 sutras are the base, which only for just understanding. We don't need to learn this because we are not following Panini's. We are not reading Panini. We are following Panini Vyakarana, but we are not reading Panini Vyakarana now. We are just entering directly into the language Bhashana. So this is the way Samskrita Bharati has developed about 40 years back. These books for the people who over 200 years, they have come out of Samskrutam. So for them to bring back Samskrutam, it's not possible when at a higher level, at a higher age. So for the people to understand immediately and come into the Samskrutam, unless we know Samskrutam, we cannot understand Panini Vyakarana. Because each sutra Panini has 10 sutras behind it to understand it. All these 10 sutras are written in English, Samskrutam. So how do you understand each sutra without understanding Samskrutam? So first Samskrutam should be understood. Samskrutam should be spoken and written or reading. And this have a understanding Samskrutam should be a requirement. Understanding Sanskrit slokas is important. In olden days, they used to speak Sanskrit. It's a mother language. People used to think in Sanskritam. So they understand any sloka also. That's why they could easily go to Panini. But now you cannot directly go to Panini unless you get conversed with Sanskrit slokas and their understanding. For that purpose, Samskrita Bharati has created these 4 levels of course: Pravesha, Parchaya, Siksha, and Kovida. All these 4 levels, if you complete, you will be able to understand any sloka in any grantha easily. The process of understanding a sloka has got a procedure. And as per that procedure, you will understand. For that purpose, you have to follow this type of education, which we are giving now to you. The first level I am giving, so they don't bother much. You understand these 14 sutras are there. From these 14 sutras, the alphabets have come for Sanskritam. That's what you please understand. That is sufficient. You don't need to by heart these things. You don't need to understand now. Because unless we go understand the meaning of these things, why this is, what is giving this, what is giving that, that becomes a big story again, big theory again. So all these theories we are not studying now. That is studied by the people who read Vyakaranam after learning Sanskritam. So now I will give 2 sutras to do any work or to do Gurukula system of education. And to understand the Guru Sishya Parampara, how a Guru should be there, how a Sishya should be there, how the language is to be learned, how Sanskritam is to be learned. For that, I give 2 Laukika Nyayas. Those Nyayas are Marjala Kishora Nyaya. This Marjala Kishora Nyaya gives the means of the mother cat takes the kitten with its mouth and jumps from one wall to another wall, one house to another house, and keeps them safe in 7 places till they are grown up. The mother cat is a mamsahari, is a non-vegetarian. It eats mamsam. It kills the rats and eats. So how sharp will be its teeth? It will be very sharp. But with those sharp teeth, it catches the kitten on the neck and jumps from one wall to another wall, one place to another place. How careful it should be? It should be highly careful, otherwise kitten will die. So, such a carefully we should understand the pronunciation of the language, any language for that matter. And mainly Sanskrit language got very relevance because each even small change of pronunciation will give different meaning. Each letter has got a different pronunciation, and those pronunciations are to be understood properly and pronounced like that. And long letters, small or short letters, and this differentiation between long and short, different pronunciation about one word, one letter to another letter. All these things are to be understood properly. So just like how carefully the cat takes its kittens, like that, such a care we should exercise in learning the language pronunciation. That is important. The second one is Markada Kishora Nyaya. Markada means monkey. Kishora means baby. Mankada, this is how this happens. Here, baby catches mother. Mother doesn't catch baby. And mother jumps from one tree to another tree, carrying the child. And child carries the mother carefully so that it will not fall down. It will fall down the water or on the earth from a tall tree. So dies immediately. So that's why the baby will be highly careful while catching the mother. When she catches properly, then only mother jumps from other place to another place. So here this comes to the Guru Sishya Parampara. The Guru go on running from one place, one lesson to another lesson, and Sishya should be able to catch it. How it will catch? Unless otherwise you are highly attentive, just like monkey, baby monkey. Baby monkey highly attentive and catches mother carefully. Like that, Sishya should carefully catch what Guru is speaking and understand each letter what he is speaking. And if he doesn't understand, then he should cry and say that I could not. So he should ask questions. The whole Samskrutam language is being taught in question answer sessions normally. Upanishads or anywhere. The whole Vedas are being taught in question answer sessions. So mainly Upanishads, where the real knowledge of moksha and real knowledge of Vedanta was taught. It was in question answer sessions. The later period also, question answer session was the main concept of the Gurukula system of learning. So asking question is nothing wrong. So that's why we have catered 1/3 of the time, 1.5 hour, half an hour we have left for the question answer sessions, whereby people ask questions and then learn more and more, take more and more from Guru. When Guru is running, he will be going on, one by lesson to another lesson he will be going. If you don't understand, you cannot understand first lesson, you cannot understand second lesson. So you must stop him wherever you are and then ask the questions. When I go through the lessons, I got an open mind. If you got any doubt, you could not understand, raise your hand. I will call you and ask your doubt and clarify that doubt. Then only I will proceed. So don't just sit in the ambiguous position and then don't go further unless otherwise understand the before earlier one. So that is important in this. And one more thing is for learning Samskrutam, there are 6 stages. For learning Samskrutam, there are 6 stages. This concept you should understand. I will take another 10 minutes then I will give 20 minutes for you to ask questions now. If you don't have questions, I will continue. Then, if anybody has got doubt on any of these things, now you can now raise your hand even today, now also. Based on that, I will proceed. Then, Sravanam, Chintanam, Mananam, Patanam, Bhashanam, and Lekhanam. This Sravanam is the one which you have to hear. What is the advantage of Sravanam? Sravanam makes you understand how the Guru is speaking each syllable, the pronunciation of the language. And what is this main point he is teaching? That you should understand. Then only you will frame up your mind and train up your mind to speak in that way, in that fashion. So Sravanam is highly important. In the Sravanam section, you have to also see the Veda, the SUBC channel videos and Rashtriya Sanskrit Samsthan videos that are available. 80 SUBC channel videos are there. whereby the Sanskritam is being taught how to speak from basics onwards. From first, what is your name? What is the name of this? What is the name of that? Where are you going? Where are you coming? When are you coming? When are you going? All these things, simple sentences they teach you in that videos. Please hear them every video, right from first video to last video. Till you understand that video, go on seeing it number of times. Till you by heart it. That develops what? That develops how to speak for you in future. That develops the knowledge how to put a question, how to answer a question. All these things will be taught there in a simple language, in a simple way. And they speak in Sanskritam only and teach you. But you will understand that because they show and speak. So please see those videos and then you will understand, you will get better concepts of how to speak, how to use the language in your day-to-day life. So the Sravanam of my lectures as well as the Sravanam of the videos in YouTube channel under SCBC channel and Rashtriya Samskruti Samsthan channel, 40 videos are there. All these things are very important and you must follow those videos regularly. That is first part, Shravanam. The next one is Chintanam. What is Chintanam? Chintanam is one, keep training up your mind. Chintanam means training up your mind. You have to train up your mind for the Sanskrit language. How to train up your mind? Start thinking in that language. If you are eating, how to speak to say eat, I am eating. How to say, what is the Sanskrit word to say eating? What is Sanskrit word for to say going? What is Sanskrit word for each work you do? Your whole language is based on kriya, work, verb only. So every sentence is formed with verb. So every sentence is formed with verb and the verbs, what are those verbs? And what is the Sanskritam? In Sanskritam, what are the names of that verbs? How do you pronounce that Sanskritam? Why verbs? So that Chintanam, you will, once you start thinking that now we are reading now. For reading, what you should say, you will think, no? If you want to think in Sanskritam, you will say, he is reading. If I want to say he is reading, and if you want to say she is reading, then there should be, you should know what is meant by she. So what is the word for she? What is the word for is? What is for word for reading? You should know Sanskritam for these three words. So then you will recognize, I don't know how to say he in Sanskritam. So then somebody will say, Saha is the word for Sanskritam. Saha. Or his name Ramaha, Balaha. Boy is reading. If you say boy is reading, Balaha. So you will learn that word, Balaha. And that Balaha word will be put in your mind. And you start using Balaha. Don't start using boy next day. Once you know the name of that person is to be told as Balaha in Sanskritam, instead of telling boy, don't say boy in the next day. Say Balaha. Start using the language in the mind. And if you are, then Balaha Khadati, Balaha Patati, Khadati for eating, Patati for reading, Gachati going. So these things, you are using the words like that, right? Then that mind, you should start using your mind, cultivate your mind to think in Sanskritam. And then pronounce and think in the, but don't use Telugu and translate and then do Sanskrit. Don't do that. Start learning the Sanskrit words and using those words in your mind while doing the works, various works. That is Chintanam. So what is the advantage of Chintanam? You are training up your mind and you are learning new words. You are learning new words by yourself, by asking somebody or reading books like that. So that words are being taught now to you and you please remember them and start using them in your day-to-day life. Then that mind is getting trained for that. Then once mind is getting trained, it will try to learn new words. The new words, once you learn your third step comes, Mananam. we start repeating them number of times. That is mananam. What is the name for electric bulb? The electric bulb is called Vidyut Deepaha. So Vidyut Deepaha is word that you should learn. So you will learn. Once you think what is the name for Vidyut Deepaha, by electric bulb. So Vidyut Deepaha, somebody told you. So Vidyut Deepaha you will learn. And once you learn this, but don't leave it there. Number of 10 times, 20 times, till you remember them permanently. Mananam, that is called mananam. Like that, every word, all sabdas are to be done mananam wise. It's the place to all languages, not only Samskrutam. Samskrutam more so. Because it's got a specific pronunciations. So mananam is another important thing. Once you learn a word. The next patanam. How patanam should be done? Patanam or mananam should be done either in the mind and vocally also. So patanam never do mind reading. Just seeing and reading. Don't do that. Read loudly. When I am reading, you also read loudly and try to learn the pronunciation of that. By that, what happens? The tongue and the muscles inside the body will get trained for the pronunciation. Unless the mind and tongues and the muscles in the tongue and muscles in the body get trained for that pronunciation, the tongue twisting and all those things, how tongue to be folded, how tongue to be used, how air is to be thrown out of the mouth to get correct pronunciation, those things will be learned by open reading. So open, loud reading. You have to read loudly. Patanam important concept is loud reading is a must. So do loud reading. When you do loud reading, you will register better and your muscles will get trained for that. So tomorrow when you are speaking, next day when you are speaking, when you are using that language, when mind is feeding the idea, mind is feeding an idea, that boy is reading. When mind is feeding the idea, balaha patati. The balaha how to pronounce, patati how to pronounce. Unless your tongue is not accustomed to that pronunciation, the mind, what mind says, tongue cannot take up. Unless mind and tongue are getting coordinated properly, you cannot speak. The speech will not come out of your mouth. So you must train up the tongue and muscles by loud reading of the book. Please understand this concept. Don't do silent reading. Don't do keeping on the bed or doing some work or like that. Don't try to do that. Concentrate with ekagrata. With ekagrata, start reading loudly the book so that your tongue and muscles are accustomed to that. Then bhashanam. Every day you talk 5 minutes, the words which you have learned. Use them. From morning to evening, what work you have done. If you have got some friend, talk to him. If you don't have a friend, if you don't have a person to talk in your house or outside, then you alone sit 5 minutes in a place and then speak what all you learned and use them. What you have done in the morning. Panchavadane Uttishtami. Like that, the things will come out. Slowly will come out for you. Tadanantaram ham mukha praschalanam krutavan. Tadanantaram snanam krutavan. The words are known. Snanam krutavan. Snanam karoti. Then pujam karoti. Aharam pachati. Aharam khadati. Palaharam khadati. Like that, you use simple words and use that. Whatever words you learned on that day, use them. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, use them and speak them even alone. That is Bhashanam's practice. After Bhashanam practice, Lekhanam. For Lekhanam purposes, you must write the whole book, but you have to buy the book from Samskruta Bharati. I am giving lessons to you, but this is a guide for the Samskruta Bharati book. Whatever I am giving is a guide for Samskruta Bharati Pravesha book. So buy the Samskruta Bharati Pravesha book from the Manikonda office of Samskruta Bharati Hyderabad or local office if you are not in Hyderabad. This Manikonda office is giving this book for 300 rupees and they register your name for writing the examination in February every February and August they conduct exam. So in February last Sunday exam will be there conducted by Hyderabad office, and they will send this book by taking 300 rupees plus postal charges, and that includes the registration charges as well as the admission charges and examination charges. All the three charges per the book. Complete everything is 300 rupees. So 300 plus 50 rupees or something depending on your place of stay. They will take the book and send the book within the third day. So take this book and get two books, 200-page notebooks, take two books. In one notebook, there are about 12 lessons here. 10 lessons mainly. 10 lessons mainly, lessons are there, portion is there in 10 lessons. These 10 lessons, each lesson has got some 8 sections. Divide the book into 8 sections and write this all first section at one place. All second section of 10 lessons at one place. Like that. All Subhashitas at one place. All Kavya Kathas at one place. All Bhasha Abhyasa at one place. Add Prahelikas at one place. Like that, what will happen? You will have the practice of writing. And one writing is 10 readings. These are all things known to us. So one writing is 10 readings. So times 10 equal to 10 times reading. So automatically you get conversed with the language. And then what will happen? It will work as a guide for you in future. Whenever you want to locate a Subhashitam, where it is, instead of searching whole book, immediately you go to that book and say, where is that? Subhashitas, so-and-so page. Okay. All the 10 Subhashitas will be available there. So that is easy for you to understand and to locate to what you that is a good procedure of writing Lekhanam. Do that. If the people who have done that, they have taken 90%, 95% marks. They who have done this Lekhanam business. In the way I told. And the second notebook, second 200-page notebook, there are abhyasas on this book. Those abhyasas is right there and try to answer them. Check with the key available in the book itself and then answer them, and automatically you will learn what is wrong and what is right. And then you go ahead again after knowing the correct thing. So like that, second book is to be used. And during the lesson, I will be telling some things to you. Just now I told which are not there, many things are not there. Marjal Kishore Nyaya was not there, Makra Kishore Nyaya was not there. These things you can write because all these Nyayas are Samskruti Nyayas only. So these things you can note down there, those type of things. These Shravanam, Mananam, these 6 stages of learning. These things you can note down there and then go ahead. And they can understand better the language. So with these things, probably I should stop here. This lesson we have to start again next. I will send this lesson. Next class is when? Next class is on 4th and 5th. I hope my next class is on 4th Friday. Or 3rd Friday. Or 4th. When is my next class? So during next class, I will take up this again. Okay, now if you have got any questions, please come out and open your video and tell me.
Okay, thank you, Prabhakar Agar. And now, students are supposed to raise your hands and then ask you questions so that we can take up one by one. So kindly raise your hand electronically, not physically from your videos. Raise your hand on the electronically, and then we can take up the questions one by one. I think there are no questions, I think, because this introduction.
Nobody has got questions now? Nobody has got any doubts on Sanskrit language?
I think there are no one who's having any questions.
Okay, then I will continue with the lesson. Then
Yeah.
of speech. So
just a minute, sir. There's one question. Please provide the address to purchase books from Hyderabad. Okay,
I will put in that.
It will be put in the chat box. Don't worry.
I will put in the
Go
chat.
ahead, sir.
I will put in the group. Okay.
Yeah.
In the 7th batch group, I will put. Samskrita Bharati, Shankara Bandi Shankara is there. And office number is there between 10 to 1 and 3 to 5. Call them and tell your details, and they will ask you to fill up some form online. Fill up that and send tell them or you give the details to them. They will send the book, and while sending the book, they will send a receipt. In that receipt, they will give a registration number. That number you can keep it, and then accordingly, you can write the examination in February. I give during this course of 4 months, I give that. If you have got any more knowledge is required or any doubts are there, any things are there, you want to hear again, you can come to my classes on Saturday morning and Saturday evening. Morning 6 o'clock, my class will start. 6 to 8 morning class will be there every Saturday. And every Saturday evening 6 to 8 is there, Pravesha. So either morning class or evening class you can attend. Any one of these two you can attend. Then that will be repetition for you. And there I will read in a different way. I will read in what is there in the book and then go on reading that. So that will be helpful to you to follow the book, what is there in the book, and then learn it properly. So, but whatever doubts you have got here, you can get clarified also there. And I will train you up to write the examination in February. Up to February 15th, that class will run every Saturday morning 6 o'clock, every Saturday evening 8 o'clock, Indian Standard Time. So during that time, please come to the class. Please come to my, I'll give a link also for that. That link also you can give you, that Google Meet link. In that link you can join. It's always open. You can join at 6 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock in the evening and join the class. Now let me go ahead with the Samskrutam.
Yeah, there is somebody who's raised the hand, so we'll
Yeah.
take up the question. Padmaja
Yes,
garu, you can ask your question now. Unmute
Yeah.
yourself and raise your.
Okay.
Sir, namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Actually, I have taken the one book, sir. It is Patralaya Dwara Samskrutam. Is that the
Yeah,
same
that's
book
what-
which you are reading, sir, or shall I take the other one also?
Can you read this?
Yeah. Okay, sir. But
Same book.
okay, sir.
Pravesha. It
Same
is
book.
written as Pravesha. It should be written as Pravesha.
Yeah. It is there, sir. Pravesha course.
Pravesha, yes. Patralaya Samskrutam Pravesha course. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So that book you can follow. That book
Okay,
only I
sir.
am following, but some editions are there in my teaching. Other
Okay, sir.
than available there. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So this also I will send in the group. This lesson also I will send in group. I will post in the group. Okay. This also you can read, that also you can read. And for writing exam, you should better follow this book only. This is for understanding the subject. So now in every language there is a parts of speech. Any other person is having any doubts?
There are nobody who has raised the hand. We have only 5 minutes more, okay, sir?
Okay, only 5 minutes more. I got 10 minutes.
Yeah, there is one more person, Harish Kumar gar. Just
15 minutes is there. Okay. Harish ji, boliye.
unmute yourself and talk, please. Harish Kumar.
Yeah.
Namaskaram, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have Samskrutam books, Samskruta Bhasha Deepika and Shabda Chandrika, Samskruta Sulabha Lekanam. 3 books I have, sir. Tattvaloka.
All these books you use as a guide for you. But for writing
Okay.
examination in Samskrita Bharati, you have to follow this book.
Okay, sir.
Syllabus will be as per this book. The questions will be as per this book.
Okay,
And
sir.
this is better designed. I tell you, this is better designed out of all. That's why Samskrita Bharati is flourishing last 40 years. So I know all those books. And
Okay,
out of
sir.
all, I consider this book is got the better way of teaching the student for reading himself and writing.
Okay, sir.
Himself, you can yourself understand because it's starting from alphabets onwards. And then everything is written in a simple step-by-step way. So any more questions?
Okay.
So the parts of speech is noun, pronoun, adjective, indeclinable, adverb. There are 5 parts of speech in English language or Telugu language also, or Sanskritam also, or any other language for that matter. Noun is namvachakam, which talks about the name of a person or an article. Balaha, the Balaha is the name, noun. It's a noun. Namvachakam. It is called Sanskritam namvachakam. Namvachaka Shabda. Namvachaka Shabdaha, then Sarvanama Shabdaha. Sarvanama is nothing but pronoun which is used in place of noun. That means if Balaha Saha. Balaha means boy. Saha means that he. So in place of Balaha you can use he also. That's why the Balaha is called Namvachakam and Saha is called Sarvanama. The Sarvanamam Namvachakam has got more or less same characteristics. So whatever is applicable for Namvachakam, the same applicable for Sarvanama also. And then adjective. Adjective is Visheshanam. Visheshanam can be used for some, in this, it's also a Shabda only. That is the guna dharma of a person, quality. A quality of a person or an article. The physical qualities, chemical qualities, like that, qualities will be there, no? These qualities of a person or an article is called adjective, Visheshana. In Sanskrit, it's called Visheshana. So, Namvachakam, Sarvanamam, Visheshanam, and then Avyayam. Avyayam is done one which doesn't have any change in shape. This Namvachaka, Sarvanama, and Vishesha will change based on the linga, based on the number, Ekavachanam, Divayam, Bahuvachanam, like that. Say singular, plural, all those changes will be there in Namvachaka and Sarvanama and Vishesha. The Shabda will be changing, the word will be changing based on the usage, how you use it. There are 7 types of usage for any word. Any word is used 7 types. And these 7 types are called 7 cases in English. In Sanskrit, it is called 7 vibhaktis. They are called 7 vibhaktis. So any word, we normally use any word in these 7 types only. Any language for that matter. We use in 7 types only. That you will understand this in this level. What are those 7 types? How do we use them? How the word changes from one case to another case? These are called vibhaktis. So vibhakti, lingam, gender, and then vachanam, ekavachanam, bahuvachanam, like that. Singular, plural, like that. All these things will be there for Namvachakam, Sarvanama, and Visheshanam. But for Avyayam, those things will not be there. The word is what? That word is just like given. The word is used always, anywhere, any sentence that is used like that only. So that convey the meaning, that is a common word, usable anywhere. That is called Avyayam. Just like Paramatma. Paramatma is Avyaya Swarupa. He doesn't have any vikaras. He doesn't have any changes. He is Nirvikara Swarupa. Paramatma is Nirvikara Swarupa. There is no vikaram itself. There is no rupam itself for him. Nirvikara, Nirguna, Niramaya, Sachidananda, Paramatma, Parabrahma Swarupa. That Parabrahma Swarupa is equal to Avyaya. That's why Vishnu Sahasranama says Avyaya. One of the names of Vishnu is Avyaya. One of the names of Paramatma is Avyaya. So the Avyaya is the one which doesn't change wherever you use, in whichever language sentence you are using it. So that is Avyaya. Then Kriyapadam. Kriyapadam is work. Whatever work you are doing, that work indicated by Kriyapadam. So this is called Kriyapadam. And I will tell you in future more on these things. Again, I will repeat it again. The details of each Padam, what are the basis for that, how Shabda is prepared, how Kriyapadam is prepared. Like that I will tell you in future again. And then next Varnamala we will go. The Varnamala, I will take another 2 minutes. Varnamala, you have swaras, they are called vowels in English, and then Achulu in Telugu, and then we have got consonants and called Vyanjanani in Sanskritam. Vyanjanani in Sanskritam, consonants in English, and Telugu, Hallulu. So Achulu, Hallulu. Achulu, Hallulu, Achulu, they will have 15 vowels, swara, we learn, and consonants, 33 consonants we learn. These 15 swaras are A, I, U, R, Lu. A, I, U, Ru. These are the dirghas of these rasva-aksharas. Short vowels and long vowels. These long letters. These long letters for the short vowels. A, I, U, R, Lu. For those things, the long form is A, I, U, Ru. A, I, U, Ru. The Lu is not used in the lengthy Lu is not normally used. Even short Lu is also not normally much in usage. Then there are 4 long letters only, always long only. A, I, O, Au. These 4 are long letters, long vowels. These long vowels, Dirghaswara. Rasaswaraha, Dirghaswaraha. Hraswa swaras are a, e, u, ru, lu, and dirgha swaras are a, I, o, au. In Telugu there is a. In Hindi also there is a, I, o, au. But in Telugu Sanskritam, that short a and short o are not there. Only a, I is there, o, au is there. That's why in Sanskritam, when you say Sanskritam Venkateshwara, you don't say Venkateshwara. In Telugu, you say Venkateshwara. When in Sanskritam, you say Venkateshwara. You don't say Venkateshwara. Venkateshwara. So the way, the yakaram is always long. So then that for that higher level is I. Similarly, O is always long. And Omkara, how is the O, au. The higher level of O. So A, I, O are Dirgha Swara. And A, E, O, Ro, Lo. All the five are short Swara. And then the Dirgha Rupa of the short Swara are A, E, U, Ru. They are Dirgha Swara, the Dirgha Rupa of Dirgha, Dirgha type of the short ones. And then is Anuswara, which is called Sunna in Telugu. And is an Anuswara in Hindi also. Aha is Visarga. This aha and are go along with vowel. These are another 12. These are 12 and these are 13 and these two are there. These two are written along with them. So sometimes this swara plus will be there. This earlier swaras. I, U, Uru, Alu, A, I, O, plus this Anuswara may be there along with that. Then A plus A plus aha. Like that, it goes with the original syllable vowel. Aha, and aha. These are also two things, but these are equal to dirghas. And then these are the 13, and these are represented by symbols like this when you are writing when you are adding to some other letter. And these symbols are to be understood. Then Vyanjanas are there. These Vyanjanas I will tell in next class. And then Vyanjanas, when added with syllable, with the vowels and adding by the symbols, you will write letters. So every Vyanjana will have 15 letters, 15 forms of letters by these 15 vowels, adding by 15 vowels. Like that we should understand. I will stop here. You can go ahead. You can take over. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prabhakar Rao garu.
Sahana bhavatu, sahana bhavatu, viryan karavavahe, tejasvina avadhitamastu, ma vidvishavaivam shanti. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prabhakar Rao garu, for the
Sorry,
nice
my time
introduction to the class. And we look
class
forward
is
to the
big
next.
class, wrong time. Okay.
Okay. Venkatnarayan garu, can you kindly do the pradhana, please?
Yes, sir. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्य परिपालयन्तान् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्य पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति.
Dhanyawadalu, Venkatnarayan garu. Thank you very much. Now we raise for the national anthem, please. जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद
Jai Hind. Jai Hind. Jai Shri Ram.
Okay, I stop the recording now, and